1, 2, 3, pushes on the start button, the car starts. Today we're going to cover the remote start installation on this 2015 Range Rover Sport. The products that are used in this video are for this specific vehicle. There are other harnesses available for other Range Rover models. Now we're going to need a couple of tools. One of the tools that we'll need is a pick, a 7mm, a T20, and a T15. These are all the tools that you'll need to install this unit in this car. We're going to go through all the steps, and here we go. All right, so first we're going to remove the 3 7mm bolts that are underneath here. We'll take our 7mm and we'll remove them. Next, you want to remove the harness that holds on the light. Next, you'll want to remove the 2 T25 screws that are under the steering column, like so. Move the shroud down so you can get to the harnesses below. The next portion of the installation, we're going to remove this large panel and take it outside the car. Next, we're going to remove this T20 from this area here. Okay. Now you will need a very kind of sharp pick tool, and you're going to take it and take off this cover. The cover will have a little indentation in it, just like this is where you're going to grab it so you don't scratch the panel. Now you're going to take your T20 and remove this bolt. Now just gently pull back on the actual unit and pop from the back the start stop button out. Unplug it from the back, like so. Now what we have is installation time, fun time. This is the harness for this car. This harness, we're going to show you how to route it to make the entire installation as quick as possible. First, we're going to go to the OBD port. You see this here? Yes. Remove the OBD port from its home in the dash. After taking out the factory OEM OBD port, you're going to install the new one in its location. Take the female harness from the remote start harness and install it onto the factory OBD port, like so. Secure the harness up in the dash and prepare to run the next group of wires. Unplug the factory brake switch wiring. Install the T-harness wiring. Install the factory brake switch into the T-harness, like so. The next part of the installation, you're going to route these wires up through this area here. So first, I'm going to go and put them up through here. Now you're going to bring those wires up to this part of the dash, like so. Next, we're going to remove the light switch harness. Install the light switch harness into the T-harness, like so. And the other harness gets installed into its old spot like so. Okay. Next, you're going to route this harness behind this bracket in the dash. Next, you're going to take your small harness, you're going to install it on the push to start harness, route the other side of the harness with the yellow and white wire to the existing yellow and white wire from the other T-harness, like so. Now reinstall your start button and insert it back into its location. Make sure it works before you slide the ball back in. Tuck your harness back in like so. You will notice that you get a lights on indicator in the dash. That's completely normal with the buzzing. Now it's time to install your module. Once the module is installed, you will get no beeping. So we're gonna take this remote apart, take out this, which is the actual factory remote circuit board. You're going to take your factory remote circuit board and you're going to install it onto the battery module like so. The top side will say top. It goes to the up side on the circuit board like so. Take the factory fob, insert it into the fob holder like so, with the wire coming out of the clamshell end circle side. You're going to take the 2-pin factory key fob holder, install it onto the 2-pin harness that's left over on the T-harness, with the clip side holding the clip side like so. Install it until you hear a click. Now we're ready to test the system. You want to ensure the hood and every door are all closed. Now you're going to wait 10 to 15 seconds before you test the remote start. Now that we waited 10 seconds, we can remote start the car for a designated 15-minute runtime. 1, 2, 3, pushes on the start button, the car starts. If you want runtime to go from 15 minutes to 20 minutes, you're going to take dip switch 1 and put it in the down position, like so. So if you want vehicle takeover, you're going to put the switch number 4 in the down position. If you want telematics, you'll be using dip switch 3 or dip switch 5, depending on what system you'll be using. You'll see that in the actual box. Telematics port is going to be the last open harness on the T-harness. Now, you'll need to put the car back together in the same exact manner that we took it apart. Now the system's installed and we can show you every single detail of how this works. First, with this system, you can lock the car, the factory alarm arms, and the mirrors all fold. This is going to happen while the car's remote started and when it's not started. So you're not losing anything when you actually use this system. You're still going to get your touch open, and I'll show you all of that while the car's remote started. So now the car is started. I can disarm by touching. I can get in. Get to my destination. Get out of the car. Walk away just like normal. The car never shuts down with the door open. The car never loses any of its security features while remote started. Thanks guys, we'll see you next time.